We looked recently at creating a simple drop-down list for Acumatica subaccounts based on live Acumatica data. Now we're going to look at taking that to the next level. So how can we take our drop-down lists and make them more responsive so that they only contain maybe subaccounts that actually have data, and I'm not sitting there making a bunch of selections only to get no results? Or what about if I want to see the name and the ID of that subaccount so that I don't have to memorize a bunch of codes? Those types of things are easy to do, and we're going to see how to do those in just a minute. And the impacts of doing something like this is going to be massive agility. There's no need to create and maintain or forget to maintain grouping mechanisms within ERP reporting. There's no time wasted looking up what ID means. People won't be able to type things in wrong because we have validation, and zero time burn looking up items that have no results. So let's take a look at the end result here before we dive into the how. The end result here is that we can use our subaccount segments in Acumatica effectively like dimensional reporting. For example, I can select a particular product group, such as consumer goods, and I'm going to see all of the details of consumer goods, the accounts that have been hit, the subaccounts that have been hit, what branches, the balances, and so forth. On top of that, I have a responsive additional filter for my second segment of the subaccount. So my second segment here is department, and these departments are only the departments that actually have activity with the consumer goods subaccount. So I've now eliminated a whole bunch of guesswork, and I know it's these four values I can choose. And if I want to mix and match, it's very easy to do with my selections. I can even create groupings. So maybe I want a grouping of subaccount segment values, such as, well, here's all my equipment type products, and that's going to be any subaccount that begins with ELE or IND in this case. These groupings make it very easy to analyze data on the fly. So how does one create something like this? It's actually relatively simple because of the Velixo functions that you have at your disposal. For example, a very powerful function that we have is called accounts and subaccounts with history. And in that function, you're able to return only the combinations of accounts and subaccounts that actually have history. This is something that you can very easily use as your filtering mechanism for your drop-down lists, much like we saw in an earlier video. And we're able to mix and match those accounts and subaccounts with history in our filters, as you saw before. And then I may have even isolated columns for those drop-down lists just to make it easy to reference using standard Excel functionality. I can create groupings using range expressions or wildcards so that I can say something like, well, my asset accounts are anything that starts with a 1, my liability accounts are anything that starts with a 2. All of these become the fodder for my drop-down lists. It makes it very easy so that when the user is over here on their report, they don't have to know all that. They simply select something like asset accounts, and the report is filtered to asset accounts. So this technique makes the relatively complex reporting very easy and accessible even to the most basic user of the tool, because all they have to do is come and make their drop-down selections, which are prepared for them based on live Acumatica data. If you want to learn how to do something like this and take your filtering capabilities to the next level, then feel free to contact us anytime and we'd be happy to talk about it. Thanks for watching.